Somerset missed the chance to close the gap on the South Group leader Sussex after they surprisingly lost to the group's bottom club Surrey by 21 runs in their latest Friends Provident T20 match at Taunton, and these are the highlights. Marcus Trescothick won the toss and asked Surrey to bat on what was not a typical Taunton surface, and Stephen Davis proved that he was a man they wanted to get out early. Instead, the opening wicket fell at the other end to the last ball of the second over. Rory Hamilton-Brown slashed a short ball from Ben Phillips straight to Xander de Brain. Somerset were still glowing from their remarkable win at the Rose Bowl the previous evening, and they soon had Surrey in real trouble at 18 for 2 when, 4 balls later, Gareth Batty made it all too easy for Alphonso Thomas to pick up his first wicket. De Brain the catcher again. When Davis holed out to Josh Butler off Phillips for 18, Surrey, who'd been thrashed in their opening 2 matches in this competition, were 26 for 3 midway through the 5th over. Andrew Simons has made a disappointing start to his time at Surrey, and things didn't improve here, as on 6 he threw the bat at the ball from Mike Turner and was caught in the deep by James Hildreth. Too much excitement for the Somerset players. That put Surrey on 47 for 4 after 8 overs, but as is so often the case in T20, sides can still recover, and their recovery was led by Mark Ramprakash. Even though he was playing with an injured foot, he raced to a 50 off only 34 balls. He was joined in a match-changing partnership by Younis Khan as the pair added 84 in 8 overs, and that was ended when Ramprakash was bowled by the once again excellent Thomas, who was to finish with figures of 3 for 27. Ramprakash was out for 59. Younis then went to his 50 off 35 deliveries, as Surrey looked to finish strongly. Into the final over, and Younis was happy to sacrifice his wicket in trying to come back for a second run, which was never really on. Hildreth supplying the throw from the deep, as the Pakistani was run out for a fine 59. Chris Schofield went to the last ball of the innings, Thomas again the bowler. Surrey had recovered very well from 47 for 4 to reach 160 for 7 at the end of their 20 overs. Now, most in the ground would have thought that that score was below par at Taunton, but the explosive top order hardly sparked. Trescothick's attempts to run the ball down to third man didn't work, as he found the fielder instead and was out for 4. And Craig Kieswetter then pulled Chris Tremlett to Stuart Walters and was gone for 6 to leave the hosts on 13 for 2 at the end of the first 3 overs. Scoring quickly was not that easy on this wicket, and De Brain and Hildreth were only able to take the total to 47 midway through the 9th over, when De Brain edged Simons behind and was out for 16. At least that gave the crowd of 6,000 the first chance to see Kieran Pollard, who's been absolutely outstanding in the 2 games he played for Somerset so far. With Hildreth going well at one end, Pollard began to show what he can do. This was one of 3 sixes in his innings. Hildreth also hit a maximum as these 2 batsmen started to give their side a real chance. 46 were needed off the last 4, but then, having scored 42 in 30 balls, Pollard for once didn't get a proper contact on his shot and was caught at long off at 117 for 4, 22 balls left to score 44. There was no time for any new batsman to play himself in, and wickets inevitably fell. Peter Trigo was run out by Batty for 3. Butler swung across a slower ball from Jane Dernbach and was bowled for 1. Phillips was given no chance by Hildreth, who just made a 50 off 41 balls and was run out for 2. And with the game lost, Thomas drove an Andre Nell full toss straight to Dernbach, leaving Hildreth high and dry on 54. Somerset then made only 139 for 7 from their 20 overs to lose by 21 runs and give Surrey their first win in this season's FPT20. Thankfully, there's still plenty of time for Trescothick and his players to pick themselves up.